Assalamu alaikum. In today's video, we will see how the Algerian flag has evolved throughout history. I wanted to go back far in time to the time of Numidia, but I couldn't find any traces of its flag in the old books. However, its currency and coins have been preserved for 20 centuries, and the currency of the Numidians is probably not very different from their flag as a symbol of identity. The Numidians were famous in printing animals on their coins like horses, elephants, crocodiles, and lions, in addition to the faces of their kings. After the arrival of Islam to North Africa, one of the first states that was created in what is now Algeria, and one of the most famous states, was the Rustamid dynasty. I was not able to find any sign or lead that indicates the colors and what was written on their flag, however. The rule of the Rustamid dynasty ended and replaced by the Shiite Fatimid dynasty from the east, and stayed for tens of years until the independence of the Zirid state from the Fatimid one, which probably had the green flag just like the Fatimids. However, there is no solid proof in the historical books for that, at least from what I have read. So up to now, we have the Numidian state, and then Islam, then the Rustamid state, then the Zirid state. After that, we had the Hamidid state, which was a separation from the Rustamid one. Its flag didn't deviate much from a simple green flag. Its capital was Msila, and then Bjaya, and despite the fact that we have a big number of its remnants in Algerian museums, the validity of its flag is not confirmed. Some historians mention this green flag with a white crescent. The Zayyanid dynasty came next. Its capital was Tlemcen, and it was the last Algerian state in the Abbasid era. Its flag is recorded in the manuscripts and maps because it was during the time where people were able to write and draw with colors. One of the first signs of this flag is found in the Catalan Atlas from Abraham Cresques, and it was a white flag with a blue crescent towards the top. Later, the flag's crescent became white on a blue background like what you can see in this map. Even though the blue color is overwhelming, the white crescent, but it's clear in other maps. During the 1500s, in the memorial painting done by the Spanish to the occupation of the city of Oran in the west of Algeria, we found the Zayyanids holding this flag with 3 blue crescents on a white background. After the Zayyanids, the current Algerian state was formed in the beginning of the 16th century by joining the west of Algeria till Wajda and the Malouia River and all what was under Tlemcen, and by joining the east of Algeria and all what was under Bjaya and Constantine till Kollo and Tebessa, and by joining the Sahara and the south of Ain Salah. These cities pledged their allegiance to Arouj and Khairuddin and Hassan Basha afterward, and they took Algiers as their capital. Their first flag was this one, which contains a sword with 2 heads, and on the top a Quranic verse, Nasrun min Allahi wa fathun qareeb wa bashir al-mu'minin, with the name of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the 4 original caliphs Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, and Ali. There was also a star here, a hand here. The color of the flag was green, and the writing and drawing was in white or may have been in yellow. Then the flag evolved to this flag on the right side with 2 red stripes on the top and the bottom, and the crescent between the stripe turns towards the flagpole. This is documented in an old painting of the port of Algiers and some Algerian ships. Then, these 2 flags were used, not by the state itself, but by the Algerian Navy during war. The blue one with a strong arm holding a sword, or a red one with a skull. And during peace, the Navy were using these red flags with a picture of the Algerian sailor. It then evolved to this red flag with a yellow stripe through the middle, and this is in the 15th century, as you can see written on the picture, the year 1696. At the beginning of the 16th century, the red color was still dominant, but with 2 yellow stripes and an extra 2 blue stripes on the top and the bottom. Later, the 2 external blue stripes become green, as we can see here, and the same thing over here. Then, the yellow became red, with a wide green stripe in the middle, and with 2 swords at the bottom of the flag. And later, they put back the 2 blue stripes at the top and the bottom, which then evolved to this flag, which is the closest to the current Algerian flag, with 6 stripes, white, green, and red. Lastly, some local towns representing some Algerian towns Hussein Dey had this flag with red and yellow stripes, and to this day, the football club of Hussein Dey in the capital wears these colors. The Catalan Atlas mentions these banners for Annaba in the east of Algeria, a white flag with a black crescent. And it also mentions the banner of Constantine in the east of Algeria with white and yellow colors. After the French colonization and the fall of Algiers, the Emir Abdel Qadir tried to change his capital to Maaskar or Mascara under a new banner with two green stripes on the top and the bottom symbolizing Islam and a white stripe in the middle symbolizing peace, as well as a hand through the middle of his flag symbolizing a pledge of allegiance. The hand is surrounded by the following Quranic verse, Nasrun min Allahi wa fathun qareeb wa bashir al-mu'minin, as well as the name of Al-Emir Abdel Qadir in Arabic. After the Emir era and at the beginning of the 20th century, a few flags were used here and there, like these two. In 1929, the political party Étoile Nord-Africaine, or North African Star, led by Masali El-Hajj, thought to use a new banner to call for the independence of Algeria and to use it as a symbol of Algerian identity. The flag has a white color that symbolizes purity and peace, a green color that symbolizes prosperity and progress, and the red color that symbolizes the blood of martyrs of the Independence War. The crescent and the pentagonal star symbolize Islam. Few changes were applied to this flag, and after setting standards and measures, it was adopted after independence as a flag for the Algerian state. Let's now do some quiz where we try to guess the time or era from the flag on ships. First, we have this Algerian ship in an Algerian port. Based to its flag, which era do you think it is? The flag, as you can see, has red, green, and yellow stripes, and it was the banner used by the end of the 1500s and the beginning of the 1600s, and what confirms that this is a painter who drew this picture. The Belgian-Flemish Andries van Artevelde died in 1652. Second, this white and black picture were a small Algerian ship firing on a bigger boat. What shows it's an Algerian ship is the flag. First, it's raising the Algerian war flag with a strong hand holding a sword, and on the top of the mast it holds the red flag with a yellow stripe in the middle. At the end, I built this simple animated picture to link the flag to this corresponding era.
جزائر يا مطلع المعجزات ويا حجة الله في الكائنات ويا بسمة الرب في أرضه ويا وجهه الضاحك القسمات ويا لوحة في سجل الخلود تموج بها الصور الحالمات ويا قصة بث فيها الوجود معاني السمو بروع الحياة ويا صفحة خط فيها البقاء بنار ونور جهاد الأبات ويا للبطولات تغزو الدنا.
I hope this video is an addition to your historic knowledge.